You know what? We can do this. Just whisper. That's all. Just whisper. Jack makes best friends with this guy, and he knows Gernert because he pitched for the Red Sox too. But after the game, Jack and him stayed friends. Some of you know the trivia question: who gave up 60 to Roger Maris? That would be Jack. And his best friend, not on the same team, his best friend gave up 61. But besides 61, Tracy, there's no way I'm going to introduce that to you. I want to tell the story that I saw in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I watched Tracy Staller get paid. Oh, man, I can't do it. Tracy, I'm not. You have no idea what story I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to talk about your heart. I'm not going to do it to your quiet. Chattanooga, Tennessee, one night, I saw Tracy Staller get paid $500. He had no idea I was watching from a distance. And there was a woman who needed help. She was down on her luck. She was there. She was there with her kids. She didn't have any money for a signature. I know it's silly, but signatures and money are synonymous now. They went up and they chatted for a while. And Tracy Staller and her talked. And there was nobody standing next to Tracy. I saw Tracy Staller take that $500 and give it to that woman and those kids. Tracy Staller had a great arm. How many of us turned and gave freshly made $500 to a needy wife and kids? Tracy, you know that story is true. Thank you much for coming to our event, Tracy Staller. Friends, we have these friends sitting next to each other. We can't have an event, we will never have an event without inviting this guy. He flies in from Kansas City. Anybody that knows the game knows that it's very hard to say this comment about a ball player. 100% respected by all people in the game. Try to find someone that doesn't say, I really respect this guy. It's impossible. We will never have an event without inviting him. We need him, and we appreciate his time. We went to him this year and said, you were the keynote last year, Jimmy. And if you don't mind making a phone call or two, we can't have the same keynote every year, so we have to break it up. And he said, yeah, I'll call a friend of mine. But more importantly, these children, some of them have been homeless, neglected, abused, raped, deserted, abandoned. They know their stories. I'm not singling them out. 2 of them in the last 6 months were homeless while in college. 1 of them living in a car. The words overcoming obstacles is what this night's about. We can't have an event without you because you are the definition of Major League Baseball, being a good guy and overcoming obstacles. And thank God you came back to that spring training camp after being gone from the game 2 years, Jimmy. You, right, are a service to the game. And we just appreciate you. Forget about the World Series homers for both teams. We could go over all the stats. You're just a great human being, and we're glad that you're a part of us. Give it up for Jim Eisner. Last year, one of our guys came back home. We said, come back home. As soon as he gets back home, he immerses himself in the community. He gets on the radio, starts doing media, and within months holds his own golf tournament. And even Judy is sending out his emails now on how he's raising money. Within weeks, Dutch was given back to the community. Within weeks, him and his people were playing in a golf tournament. He didn't wait even a month to be in town and to give back. So when Jimmy had to make a phone call to get a fresh face here, we know that a lot of women don't care about baseball, and we had to sell tickets. Arkansas boy. But I know that back door in that Phillies clubhouse, you ruled the roost. I loved your leadership, man. I loved the back door at that clubhouse, and that was a team, and you were the glue. Give it up for Dutch Dalton, man. When we first came up with this idea, there was a guy that played well in the late 50s, early 1960s, and we did an appearance, this ball player and I, down in Tennessee together. And I said to him, if we ever pulled this off, would you think of coming up? This guy drives 11, 12 hours every time he comes here and refuses anything. He says it's his honor to give back. Some people know that there was a throwing contest a long time ago, and it was between these minor league all-stars.